Hello everyone, my name is Crow, and this is Project Architect 2. This is episode 36. So, let's see here. We've been kind of working on, last time we set up our SPS. Oh, this needs power apparently? Okay, well, I did not know that. There we go. So we have our SPS working. It is turning polonium into antimatter. It's going very, very slow. So what I'd like to do real quick is grab one of these quantum entangleporters. And I'd like to create a new antimatter channel here. And gas is going to be input on the top. Now let's clear everything else out here. Oh. It is very slow. Very, very slow. I can do this, though, where on the back it's going to be output. Gas input. So this should have all the antimatter in it now. Okay, great. Okay, so what this will do is this will store the antimatter, and these things can hold like a huge amount of gases or anything. So it will store it up in there, and then what I will honestly probably do is I'll take this other entangleporter and we'll head over to my ME system. And this is a dense cable, so that won't work. This is where my okay. I should have enough here. Yeah, because this is a dense cable, so this is importer. We'll set this to antimatter. And this is going to input everything, and we just need to set gases. And that should be empty now. So now, if I do this, we can see that antimatter is here in the storage system. Because I have a crystallizer, I should actually be able to make a pattern for this and put it in here. So like if I wanted to create one, oh look, I have 0.03 buckets of antimatter. I need 0.97 to go. So at least this way I can kind of monitor it better without having to go over to that other dimension. I did. There's the between episodes, I did kind of up my power a little bit. I added some more thermogenerators. I honestly will probably have to add more. These things are each making 20,000 FE per tick, and I'm pretty sure if we go down here to my cube, yeah, so I am still negative on power. I'm inputting 140K per tick, and I'm outputting between 160 and 180K per tick. So if I threw like 2 or 3 more, that would still be positive. If I did like 4 or 5 more, then all that extra power I could just send over to making some more antimatter, and it would speed up that tremendously. So anyway, so what are we going to do today? So today I want to look at getting the Archium. So this is the Archolution. We made this a couple episodes ago, and it's kind of the next step. I do need to make the Archium. And so all of these things are going to be pretty easy to make. The one to symmetry is going to require a specific create setup. I probably won't deal with that today, maybe next time. These are just crafting recipes. So is this, and this is EMC. That's even easier. But it's this chaotic core, and then I need these fusion crafters to be chaotic as well. Those are going to be kind of the problem. So right now, all of my crafters from Draconic Evolution are Wyvern tier. What I need to do is I need to upgrade each crafting injector this way to Draconic tier, and then upgrade them again to Chaotic tier. That's relatively easy to do, but I think what I should do is I think we're kind of at the point now where I should be upgrading my into auto crafting this stuff. So that's what this stuff is here for. I already have my ME system over here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up here. And this is going to be, I renamed this repository to be Draconic Crafter. So that way it'll work out just fine. I need another cable. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a starbuncle to do all of my crafting for this. And what I am going to do is I'm going to, you click on the entity and then you shift right click on inventory. These count as inventories. And now we can see that I'm just adding these inventories as places for it to deposit things. These are currently set in stack mode, so I will change those over. Oh, oops. Okay, and then I can always add other things. I think I will need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to need 12, and I have 8. I should make some more crafting injectors. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach these all to him. And then I will finally tell him to put stuff in here, into the crafting core. So the way filters work with the starbuncles is that you can filter things by putting an item in here, or by using an allow list, an allow scroll. Actually, this is how I'm doing things. Allow scroll. This is how I'm actually sorting things with with my enchanting apparatus. So this is easy enough to do. All I have to do is add things like this. I probably won't do this, but I could add the Arch Illusion to the Allow scroll, and then the only place he will put the Arch Illusion is in the crafting board. So I can do this. Oh, this. And now, there we go. So I'm not going to put it in there yet. Let me just get another chest here. I'm going to leave it over here just for the time being. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up a crafting recipe here. So actually I already set up a crafting recipe for a Draconic core. So what needs to go in here is a nether star. And then what that should mean is if I were to do this Draconic core, that should send everything up here. Oh, and then I need to click on here and here. Oh. And here's that stack thing I was talking about. All right. And then the timer, every 20 ticks, it sends a redstone pulse, which starts crafting. And you'll notice it did put in the nether star appropriately. Oh, and... whoops. All right, so now this has... oh, I have a hopper in here. Oh, that is interesting. I didn't even know I did that. Use my configurator here. Okay. This I will lock crafting until primary crafting result is returned. And there's that crafting one. And then let's do it again, just to make sure everything's working. And there we go. Okay. All right, so it looks like auto crafting is working just fine. I should do a bed. I think I can make... that way this guy should just kind of sleep in the bed. And he'll kind of like turn himself off until he's needed, hopefully. But, okay. So anyways, so the reason I set up this is not only just for the Archia, but also to help with things like this. I will need a wyvern bow. And so I need 2 of these relay crystals and an energy controller. Because the Draconic Bow, that's the highest I'm going to be able to make right now, because it requires Awakened Draconium. And obviously I don't have chaotic stuff. But the Draconic Bow is what's going to allow me to help to kill the Chaos Guardian. So that's kind of the name of the game here right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up crafting recipes for the different Draconic Fusion crafting injectors, as well as get this bow put together. And probably do some other crafting recipes as well. I already have nether ingots. I'll probably need Draconic. Let's see. Yeah, I already have wyvern cores. This is already, I think these are already set up as well. Yeah. So the other thing that needs to happen is after I get this bow, in order for it to be effective, I need to do things like this, which is like add modules to the bow to really upgrade its attack damage. That requires Dragon's Breath here, potions of strength. So I need to get like a good potion kind of thing going. So that is going to be what I want to do there is make a potion brewer. I think this is going to be the best way to go about it. So now here's the question. If I give this blaze powder, I think what I can do is I can set this up. That should be fine. Let me get it some power. Okay, and all right, so it has that. Okay, so what I really want to do is I want to set up a couple of different recipes here, okay? So I need strength. I think this one, because this is the strength 8 minutes. Oh, maybe it's just the strength of this. Okay, so I need this strength potion. And then I also need this strength potion. That's just for the damage module. And then Dragon's Breath. That has EMC, so I'm fine. So I guess my question is, oh, that would actually be good. Because I need a water... Oh, that is... So this actually just requires water bottle. And that's 250, so okay. Okay, I'm going to head over to my ME system to set up a recipe for this. Because specific... specific water requirements don't necessarily work really good. So I'm going to need 750 mLs of water. So that will make a strength potion, and it just requires a water bottle. And this requires 0.75 of a bucket. Okay, so let's see if this will work. I don't even know if this will work. Chemical imbuer, no. I need it to be potion brewer. So this should make 3. And let's head over there and see if... I really should make a teleport over there to... for here. I keep saying it, I never do it. Okay. So this has 750 of water, and then the glass water bottle showed up here, which is not enough. Okay. So I went and I spent way too much time trying to figure out how to make this potion brewer work. And I ended up just discarding it entirely. And here's why. Because I already have, as part of my my thermal setup over here, I already have an alchemical imbuer. So this is used to make the crystallized sunflower oil, but it's also used to make potions. So, I mean, I figured why not just use that? So I set up a recipe to make the, I think it's the strength potions. So it inserts a bucket of water and a Wildenhorn, and it makes a potion of strength. And then I can take that, send it through again with glowstone dust to make the potion of strength 2. And those are the 2 potions I need. With that, I can just send it through 250 millibuckets and a glass bottle into my fluid encapsulator. And there we go, all done. The only thing is that because these are, they're potions, and so they're not technically fluids, or I mean, I guess they're fluids, but you can't put them in a bucket. So I basically had to make these 2, I just have these 2 fluid tanks as just storage. And so I threw them in the, I have a storage bus here, and then I partitioned the storage so only those potions of strength. And they look identical, but they're not, because this is potion of strength and this is potion of strength 2. They are different. But basically these is kind of like my intermediate storage, because I'm making a bucket at a time, but each actual bottle only takes 250 milliliters, or 250 millibuckets. So it is kind of like a difference there as far as the amounts that I'll normally be requesting. But I have plenty of channels. I have so many channels available here, and then I can always get more. So I'm not really worried about, like at this point I'm using 10 out of 32 channels. So tons and tons and tons of channels available. So I just threw on 2 more storage buses, and then that's fine. I was going to use fluid drawers and put it in the storage controller, but the problem with that is that AE2 sometimes has real difficulties with fluid storage, and when the drawer is empty. And so to avoid all that, I just use tanks and partition these storages so that that's only what can go in and out of here. So basically the potions is done. I also set up a couple more patterns. I also set up some travel anchors. Set up a couple more patterns for some of these things, and I finished crafting the Draconic crafting injectors. Except for I have 1 more that I need to craft. That way we can kind of see it go together. And as soon as it pops up here, this guy will pull them out. And there we go. It's beautiful. I added everything that I needed, all those crafting injectors, to the allow scroll. And then I think I even made, I didn't make the chaos crafting injector yet. the pattern for that, but I will eventually. And there we go. And then I just need to make sure that goes single item mode. So all these are single item mode. And you'll notice that he actually filled in these three and this one first, and then these three and then this one next. He will only use those corner ones at the end because that's the order I added them to him. Because he will basically prioritize what you prioritize filling things in the order that you choose or that you tell him about it. With the exception of the crafting core, this got added last, but the allow scroll makes him prioritize it for those things on the scroll. So now I'm going to make a bow, draconic bow. Let's see here. So I made a draconic bow, or I made a wyvern bow pattern. And I made that pattern with all of these things without the actual weapon in the middle. So if, for example, I do decide to make like a sword, all of these items is the same, right? Like if you look, the wyvern axe is the same crafting recipe as the bow, just the only difference is this guy right here. Yeah. I just need to cancel that. And then if I were to make a draconic bow, oh, he was probably... I'll have to reset that because he's doesn't see that this draconic bow is the same as this one because of NVT data. So, which is the problem with, yeah. But that's okay. There we go. But now that should reset it back to normal. So, so I now have a draconic bow. The potions of strength are going to be used for the add-ons. I'm not sure which add-ons I'm going to need. I'll probably just need like a bunch of projectile damage. Some gravity compensation, a draconic energy module. So these are all things that I'll have to kind of like make between episodes. I think it's just the damage, projectile, power. I think that's it. Because that's not projectile velocity, maybe. I think. Oh yeah, so I need to do like, because this can only hold 8, so I'll have to do all of that. Yeah. So, but that's just like crafting, because I will have to. Yeah, because these are just crafting patterns. I'll have to make a bunch of these wyvern cores, but that's okay. And then these will... Oh, I'll have to make a couple more patterns for these splash potion of swiftness. So, but that's just, you know, that's just crafting stuff. So that's easy peasy. Okay, so let me make up some patterns. And then I will also need to... Also, what I really need to do is I need to figure out about this splash potion of swiftness. Because this needs to be a splash potion of strength too. I don't know if I may have to send it through here, because I don't know. I don't know if I can bottle this in the alchemical brewer, right? Because I can throw this through a... Because I can make these parts, right? I may have to manually add a gunpowder, which would be unfortunate. Yeah, because the alchemical imbuer can only take a potion of strength and either upgrade it to a longer duration with the redstone dust, or yeah. So That's interesting. I will have to, looks like I will have to manually turn them into splash potions. So thanks for watching. If you have any tips or tricks or any questions, then please feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.